Hello again, it's Noob, and well, I found this padlock when I was abroad recently. It's one which, well, I knew that Masterlock did a Dimple lock padlock. I actually have it. I think it's a 145, but this is the 1155D. Maybe it's 1145. I don't know. Whatever it was. And yeah, this is a big chunky one. It says XXL. It's surprisingly big actually. It's got the hardened steel. I think it's the is it the hardened molybdenum shackle, or is it just hardened? Possibly hexagonal shackle for extra protection against bolt cutter. Yeah. Oh, just hardened steel. So it's not the molybdenum one. Oh no, boron, not molybdenum, boron. So I think this one is just a hardened steel shackle as opposed to the boron carbide ones, which they did as well. So okay, fair enough. It's quite a thick shackle on there. Looks kind of good. I'm going to attempt a out of the pack pick for this one, which seems a bit silly, but nevertheless we shall give it a go. Got a load of keys. Let's chuck some of those away. Don't need all of them, do we? And now the keys are out of the way, you can see this is an 8 out of 10, which, as we all know, means basically nothing. And best cut resistance. I mean, what does that mean? Best what? Compared to something? I really don't know. Anyway, I shall put the box away. Let's... I don't know how many pins this is actually. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pin lock it looks like. Oh, it's a bit gross. Oh, okay. Maybe just needs to be worn in a bit. Yeah, ball bearing. No, it's not ball bearings. I thought it was a ball bearing thing, but it isn't. It's a standard locking pull, but the hexagonal shackle does make it a little more difficult to shim, although I think it's maybe possible still, maybe. Not sure. Well, I don't know. I think it'd be tight. I'm not saying it's not impossible to get some kind of shim to push down, but I think it'd be difficult to do. Certainly not your normal sort of half moon shaped shims. That would be tricky. Okay, so 6 pins. Oh, need to. Is it just clockwise? Isn't it? Yeah. Okay, so I reckon we're going to pick pins down, and from that side I've got a vise, but I don't know if it's wide enough for the lock. It's quite a big chunky boy. So there we go. A bit like that. And yeah, that should hold. I've got a tension tool which should go in there, and a left-hand flag. Let's have a go. 2, 3, 4, 5 it seems. Just want to wiggle past that, I think. There we go. And 6, pull back. So, oh, did that move a little bit? I don't know. Let's have a look. Pin 1 now. This feels bound. 2's binding. Doesn't want to play ball though. Three. So that's pin 1. Pin 2's definitely binding now. Is it counter rotation? Maybe. Hit 2. There we go. 3. Pin 4 now, I think. Not sure of that. Pin 1 is popped back up. Oh, into a really big false set now. Let's try pin, is it 3? Counter rotation. I think we got it, but we dropped something. And back to pin 1, which just dropped back up. Oh wow, look at that full set. That's crazy. Okay, so where are we now? So we're in a really deep false set. Let's try pin, well, I think this is 2 or 3. 3 again, I think. Lots of counter rotation. Oh, I think we set it. That was so deep. Is that pin 6 at the back? No, that's pin 6. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so something's not quite right. It's not pin 1. Not pin. Let's try pin 2. No. Pin 3. No. 4. No. 5. No. 6. 6 is counter rotating. I think that's okay, but something isn't quite right now. Might bounce that tension. I think we might have overset 6. There we go. Back into that false set. So pin 1, pin 2, pin 3, pin 4, pin 5, pin 6 is pin 6 again. So get right on top of that pin and feather that tension. Let's count those pins up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think I'm struggling to get pin 6 here. Let's just bounce that tension. Back into that full set and try again. Or is that open? Nah. Just a super deep full set. Let's try again. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold on. Is that open? I don't know. That's so weird. That looks way past a full set. No, it was open. It was open. Wow, that's just so stiff. Oh, it's a sprung core. Oh, that is... Do you know what? I'm glad I pushed that a bit further, because that's really open. I must have picked it and not realised it was picked, because it was such a strong core spring that it was sort of... I just thought it was like a super, super deep full set, but just... I don't know. It felt odd, a bit off. Like, was it really? And turns out it wasn't. I went with my gut, pushed a little bit harder, and we got an open. So, yeah. Do you know what? And I might get a bit of hate for saying this, but I quite like this padlock. I think it's pretty good. It's really chunky, really thick. It needs a bit of lubricant. Actually, I've got some lock oil here, which now picked it. I'm going to put a little bit of in, probably a bit too much, and then work it in with the key and just see if that sort of helps things a little bit, because it was so dry in there. Let's try that now. See how it just feels nicer? I bet it's got a million times easier to pick now as well. Probably a bit over oiled, but you know, hey. But no, I would use this lock. I genuinely would use this lock. I think you've got to protect the shackle, because it could be a twist attack maybe. So you want it to be hidden, but I'd be happy with a padlock like this. I think it's for a moderately low security application. I think this is really cool. It's got nice spools, 6 pins, nice thick body. You'd have to have like a hasp or something which protected the shackle a little bit, maybe stopped a twisting attack. But otherwise, yeah, I think in the right context, especially in an indoors context, I quite like this lock. Is it my favourite master lock? Who knows? Let me know what you think in the comments. So what do you reckon to this lock? Not bad for a master lock. Terrible. Better ones out there for the price. This cost me under £20. I can't remember the exact price, but yeah, under £20. So 4 keys as well. Reasonable bitting, as you can see. Yeah, let me know in the comments. What do you think? Is it good? Is it junk? Would you use it yourself? Is it just good for a mass lock, or is it good for a lock full stop? Let me know. I'm really interested to know. I'll read all the comments, reply to some minutes I can. If you like this video, leave a like. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe, and I'll see you all next time.